Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu. Welcome back to Football Trends with me. Okay, now on today's video, we will be talking about Kaizer Chiefs and their ambitions for next season when it comes to winning games, winning trophies, and everything in between. But please don't forget to like the video Bafetu before we jump into the details. So recently, there's been an interview with Dylan Shepherd. There's a lot that he has spoken about. I did not release everything all at once, but yeah, today we're going to be looking at the fact that they say they want to win, this season, especially trophies, starting with the MTN8. They feel like it would be the first one that will kickstart a positive side for the Glamour Boys. And I do understand him. Even last season when we started playing, we played very well. 5 games in a row, we're unbeaten. We were just competing in a different level of the league. But right now, as I'm speaking with you, Tiwanje, they are now targeting, trophies for next season, which I feel like it's a good positive thing to say. It's a good thing to look up to, but honestly speaking, it's not going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now we do have the top 8, which must be a good top 8. Remember when they select teams for the competition of the MTN8, it's top 8 teams. We have not played in over 2 seasons the MTN8 Buffet 2, and I know how that feels. It's very frustrating and it's not nice, honestly speaking. At the end of the day. So opening the list of the top 8 teams so far, number 1, we have the Betway Premiership champions, which again you will get Amapagania. They've managed to win the league last season, which how they won it is quite questionable, but at least they've managed to win it Buffet 2, and they won it before us. That's all I can say. They've won it before us. And then we jump to number 2, which is, the reigning champions, which they've been winning the Betway Premiership for the longest time. It's Asenje Absa. I think they've won it as a Absa Premiership until recently. So we have in Guzmalang Rapana, Mamelodi Sundowns, and then number 3 we have Kaizer Chiefs, which is us, obviously. Hopefully next season we will do a lot more better. And then we look at number 4, which is the coach Atazwane. Number 4, Amazulu FC are on that spot. And then number 5 we have Isikukune United. Quite interesting, but Skukune United are currently number 5, even though at the start of the season, season. And then we have Golden Arrows, number 6, and last but not last, Buffet, number 7, we have Polokwane City, the club that refuses to sell us players, and then we have Durban City at number 8, which is the club that is ekugcineni. And chances are this might be our opening game MTN8, but I don't know, kuzobonakala when everything is set and ready. So MTN8, so these are the top 8 teams that will be competing for that MTN8 trophy. It's how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, not sure. But anyways, these are the teams that will be competing on the MTN8, and hopefully we can be able to win it. It's going to be difficult. I do see danger with Isikukune. I also do see danger with Durban City. Those teams, they know how we play, especially since the coaches are coming from our side. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but we will need to try and push. Amazulu and Tusikangara, we can be able to beat them. And then also the other teams, the big teams, which they are doing exceptionally well, the number 1 and number 2 CAF Champions League teams. So as I was saying, Bafetu, this is what the coach is saying about winning the trophies this coming season. He says it's important that one competes on all fronts, and that begins with the MTN8. It's a competition of 4 games, so it affords a really good opportunity to win a trophy. The earlier you win a trophy to go with the positive opening results in the league, that can really set you up for the rest of the campaign. Ushenege coach Dylan Shepard, which is the second assistant coach to coach Fernando de Cruz. By the way, today we are expecting, or we are hoping to see coach Fernando de Cruz coming back to South Africa, because at the end of the day, it is the end of the day for his contract in Morocco. Hopefully he will be available and be here by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because I don't think today would be, efficient for him to say, okay, I'm leaving right now, going to South Africa. But Kaizer just did say his contract will start to be effective from the 1st of July, which is tomorrow. And today, there's still a lot that is happening, especially here in the country. There is that thing that is currently going on. If you have not been watching the news, then I don't know where you have been, but there is a march and march, which is the I don't know how to put it in ngesilungu bafethu, but then kuyakhala nje as isizwe ukuthi undocumented foreigners should be going back home. And so far the protests have begun. It's been a very, very peaceful protest, as I can say, or from watching from the stands. Okay, Abachita, they are trying, and everyone is just trying to protest in a peaceful manner that they possibly can. But then that doesn't mean there's no other people who are currently busy looting, taking things for free. And that one is something that I can say which it has to do with a little bit of hunger. But at the end of the day, it is happening. There's nothing I can do about it. The only thing that can happen is, the government, the country trying to intervene, and also the leaders, trying to talk some sense with Bafetu. This is what we need to do. And I did see today in the morning, there was a photo of, the president meeting with the March and March leaders, and they were all smiles, but I don't know what they were actually discussing. All I did grasp was the fact that they talked about the citizens have the right to protest, but we do not have the right to take law into our own hands, which is something a lot of people misguided in. But Bafetu, sorry, I feel like now I'm getting into politics. I just wanted to give you guys this update, in terms of what the club is trying to achieve. So do you think this season there's trophies that we are going to win? So far, Nyabona, all of you are voting for MTN 8. Please, by the way, don't forget to like the video. You guys are voting for MTN 8, followed by Nedbank Cup, which means those two trophies, we might be bringing them to Naturena, according to the votes of you guys. 15 votes so far with 65 people watching. Please buffet to vote on. This is how ninja. And then there's a black label, ne league trophy. They are both on 7, or actually now they're on 6%, meaning it is a tie between the two. And then MTN 8, it looks like, Sizwe Tata, we will bring it home, hopefully. But buffet, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you later on with something new if something happens. I did hear there is a player who has signed something somewhere. Let's look at it and then we'll talk about it a bit later on. Bafetu, thank you so much for watching. Peace.